pad. You can save my number as Pizza Hut. You can save my number as Pizza Hut. You can save my number as Pizza Hut. I had to keep rewinding that part back. Like, Summer, are you for real? Stand up. Stand up.
Let's be clear, I ain't never took a loss. Every time I go shopping, I ain't gotta check the cost. Still independent, still my own boss. Still got bad bitches coming up they drawers. Keep the beat up like a motherfucking Frito. Lucci flaming hot like a motherfucking Cheeto. This is not an act, I am not Don Cheeto. So the nigga L, treat him like a free code. Yeah, you heard right, I'm a whole ass gangster. Made him eat my butt, I ain't even say thank ya. First gon' fuck, no nigga, I'm a prankster. I can make a thug nigga feel like a wankster. Pull up down my green like Shigo.
What's up, Lucci gang? It's your girl Lucci V, and welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another video, and today we are here for another edition of Tea with Lucci V. So if you would like to get into a little tea with me, then y'all already know what to do. Stay tuned to this video right here. But first, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, ding, ding, ding. And let's get it. Okay, y'all, let's get into some tea, and let's start off with some Real Housewives drama, okay? From the Real Housewives of Atlanta to Real Housewives of Potomac, there has been some drama, okay? So let's kick it off with Real Housewives of Atlanta. My girl Porsha got into an altercation on a Delta Airlines flight, okay? Now, there was body cam footage of Porsha as well as the accuser telling their sides of the story. And I'm not going to lie. As soon as I saw the accuser, aka the Karen, telling her side of the story, I knew she was being dramatic. Like, she was being very snappy with the officer. She was getting smart. She had a bad attitude. Like, I could just already tell what type of person she was. One of them dramatic, do too much. I want to play a victim now people. Okay. So the lady alleges that she was on a plane sitting next to Porsha, and Porsha was scrolling on Instagram, and her Instagram was playing very loud audio. She said she let it go on for about 25 minutes, and then she finally was like, am I going to have to listen to this the whole time? And Porsha was like, well, do you want to, or do you like it? And the lady was like, no. And Porsha was like, well, there's a nicer way that you could have, said something to me about that. Her and the lady end up going back and forth. The lady says that Porsha smacked her phone out her hand. Porsha says she did not smack the phone out the hand. Okay, now we do know that Porsha has a past of being a little hot-headed. We have saw her put hands on people before. So I didn't know what to believe at first until I saw the lady telling her side of the story, and I was like, okay, yeah, I think this lady is lying. Now, I did see that there was an update this morning that there will be no charges filed against Porsha, and that just lets me know that the lady probably was lying about having an eyewitness that said she saw Porsha put her hands on her or knock the phone out her hand. Okay, so that lady would have blew me. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I can't stand when people be playing their stuff out loud on a plane. Like, let's not do that. Normalize putting your damn headphones in. I don't want to hear what you watching. I do not want to hear that. I don't like that. So I do feel like the lady had a right to say something, but like Porsha said, you could have said it in a nicer way. Like, I would have been like, hey, excuse me, I'm not gonna lie, like, your volume is a little loud. Would you mind putting headphones in? Like, like, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Like, stop playing with me, okay? Now, let's go on to Real Housewives of Potomac. Mia Thornton, okay? Another airport incident, except she was just straight up arrested in the airport, okay? Now, allegedly, she was renting a apartment from someone who, I think they said the lady lives in Asia or something like that. And, yeah, she just up and left the apartment without notifying the lady. And they said that she took $11,000 worth of furniture and electronics. Okay. Also, she is hit with an additional eviction lawsuit for owing $5,100 of unpaid rent. Okay. Now, I saw a lot of people in the comments like, oh, she owed $5,000. She ain't been paying rent for months and da-da-da-da. I'm pretty sure this was a luxury apartment or like a luxury condo or something. So the $5,000 that she owes for rent is most likely from 1 month. So I don't think it was just like her prolonging it. Now, you're wrong for taking that lady's stuff though. They said she took everything, like down to the TVs. They say even like it was a little small TV, she took that too. She just took all the lady stuff. Now, you're wrong for that. And I just feel like all the girls were having their little kiki moments when Karen had her DUIs and she had to do jail time. And it's like, it's crazy how karma is coming back around, because now Mia is having run-ins with the law. The lady Wendy having run-ins with the law. It's not so funny now, is it? It's not no Kiki moment now, is it? But Mia, get that lady back her electronics and her furniture and pay her little rent so you can go on about your business. Now, I'm not going to go into Wendy's stuff because I'm not going to lie, I haven't done much research on Wendy's little case or lawsuit that she got going on, but I might do some research and come back and inform y'all on that. Okay, sticking with Real Housewives, let's get into this one. Now, I don't know if you guys know about blind items. If you know, you know. There are some blind items that go around. Basically, it's like insider scoop to the industry and they call it blind items. They don't necessarily say the person's name. They give like hints to who they're talking about and it'd be like some insider Hollywood tea or whatever. Okay, now a few months ago, I saw a blind item about Kandi and Todd and it said that they would be getting a divorce soon. And then yesterday, I saw that Kandi said they are getting a divorce after 11 years of being together. Like, that is so crazy. And I saw some people in the comments like, oh, at least they had 11 years together and like, who wants to be with somebody for over a decade and then just have to start over and try to find love again? Like, who wants that? What do you mean at least? At least what? At least I wasted my damn time? I wasted a decade with the wrong person? Like, no, like what? But I know one thing, Mama Joyce, y'all know Mama Joyce is hitting the bankhead bounce. Mama Joyce is doing a Cabbage Patch. Y'all know Mama Joyce is gotta get your groove on. Y'all know Mama Joyce is screaming out with joy right now. Cause y'all know Mama Joyce cannot stand Todd, baby. Okay. It was a scheme that Todd set up. Y'all know Mama Joyce is too damn happy right now, honey. Okay. I just feel like it's so sad. Like, then it's not like they could just sign them divorce papers and then make it an easy peasy thing. Some people were like, oh, well, Todd signed a prenup. Yes, but that is, the prenup is about the things that you have prior to the marriage. Since they've been married, they have started multiple businesses. How many? They have like multiple restaurants. They have a home together. They have that like production studio because you guys know they do the plays and the movies and stuff like they have a lot of businesses and assets together that they're gonna have to split up and divide. And I hope it can be very cordial and very smooth. That's one of the main reasons I'm not interested in getting married, because I'm the type of person, once I'm done with somebody, I like to just forget you exist and move on with my life and just be gone with the wind. Fabulous. Thank you. Like, and someone made a list on Twitter last night, and I did not realize how many divorces have come from the Real Housewives. Season 1, Lisa Wu, Deshaun Snow, both of them divorced. Kenya, divorced. Cynthia, divorced twice on the show. Nene, divorced Greg. Porsha, divorced twice. Who else? Sheree, divorced. Kim and Croy, divorced. Drew Sidora, divorced. I'm like, I did not realize how extensive the divorce list was on Real Housewives. Like, you smell that? Smell like divorce in the air. Like, oh my gosh. That is a scary situation. Okay. Now, if you guys watch my last episode of Tea with Lucci V, last week, you guys know I talked about how they were going to be voting over the Epstein files and if they could get released or whatever. They did end up voting that they could be released, but they are allowed to redact and edit out and blur out this and that. What I tell y'all, we're never going to see. I told y'all in my last video, we're never going to see what's really on that list or really in them files or none of that. We never are. I told y'all that. I knew that already. We're never going to know. We're never going to see. It's too many big names in there, especially after the little email where we saw that they let us know that Trump had Bill Clinton. And it really make a lot of sense because he had a lot of animosity towards Hillary Clinton while they was doing their little debates and stuff. He had a lot of animosity. Let me find out it's because you really wanted her man. The boy is mine. The boy is mine. The boy is mine. Orangey, he really something else. He is really something else. He was really into it with her over her man. They was calling him Donica Lewinsky, and I was just... Okay, now my good sis Meg Thee Stallion is back in court. Okay, her case has finally started with her versus Milagro Grams. You guys know Milagro is like the blogger that was accused of like being paid by Tori Lanez and working with Tori Lanez to bring down Meg Thee Stallion. Okay, now this is like what she's actually suing for. For those who don't know, I'm gonna just read it verbatim off of here instead of giving like my jargon. We're gonna say it for real. Okay, Meg Thee Stallion is suing Milagro Cooper, a social media influencer, for defamation, accusing her of cyber stalking and conspiring with rapper Tori Lanez in a harassment campaign. Okay, she also alleges that Cooper promoted altered images of Meg Thee Stallion and intentionally inflicted emotional distress. Okay. Now, a lot of people were kind of like, oh, why is she only going after Milagro? There were so many other bloggers posting negative things about her and da 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 da. I don't know if you guys were paying attention during this case, but Milagro was like borderline obsessed with Meg Thee Stallion, like every single day, all day. Like Milagro was posting and tweeting and making videos and just back to back to back to back to back to back to back about Meg Thee Stallion. Like that's how I even found out who Milagro was. Like I don't know if you guys remember when the case was going on with Meg and Tori Lanez. You guys remember I was kind of covering certain things. I would get on my live and talk about it because I would watch like hours of people who were in the courtroom talk about it, and then I would give you guys like my opinions and updates or whatever. And Milagro is like, it was crazy. I did not know who Milagro was. I was just like, who is this lady that just, you could tell she really hates Meg Thee Stallion? And Milagro was claiming she wasn't being paid by Tori and all that. They did find that he sent her like a couple $1,000s. She said it was for her birthday and for her daughter's birthday and all that. Then there's a man that they brought onto the stand who they was asking him, did he know Milagro and all that? He said he did not know her, but then they found phone audio of him and Tori discussing Milagro. So it's like there's a lot of inconsistencies on Milagro's side. Okay. The big thing that people are talking about is that it came out in court that his is about Nicki Minaj. I thought that we been knew that, and that's why Nicki responded with Bigfoot. I don't know why people are making that a big deal, but this is my thing. Like, aside of the details from the case, if you guys want me to do a separate video when I really go into detail, because this is the same, y'all know I'm obsessed with court cases. I always watch hours and hours of footage on these court cases before I make my opinion, so I really know the facts. So if you guys want me to do a separate video where I'm breaking down like more details of the inside of the case, I will. But I just want to say this so people could kind of understand why it's different with Milagro than the other bloggers. Like Milagro was like dedicated to bringing down Meg Thee Stallion. You know what I'm saying? Like even someone on Milagro's team said that Tori pew pew Meg. Milagro wants to stick to her story that Tori did not do it, but it's like even someone on your team said that Tori pew pew Meg. You know what I'm saying? So okay, but then Milagro had those altered, like y'all remember when there was a fake X tape of Meg released. Milagro was super promoting that. Like she was like making it her duty, like you know, like she was working 9 to 5 bringing down Meg. Like it was obsessive and crazy to see, honestly, and it was scary. So I don't blame Meg for suing this girl. You know, they had T Ferris, who y'all know is Meg's friend and like personal manager or whatever. He was saying that Meg was so depressed when Milagro was posting this stuff, she would go in her room and not want to talk to anybody and all this and that. So they're really trying to like say that Milagro like really played on Meg's mental health or whatever. And they have some crazy audio of Mulatto like popping it. I mean, of Milagro popping it. Like they got stuff from her station head where she's popping it. Like I probably will make a separate video and go into more detail about that case, but I just wanted to give my opinion on why I feel like Megan is suing her and not all the other bloggers, because I feel like most of the other bloggers like DJ Academics, Tasha K, the Neighborhood Talk, the Shade Room, they may post something about the Meg Thee Stallion stuff and then they post other stuff too. It was like when I was looking on Milagro's page, it was like she was saying she was a reporter, but it was only giving reporting on Meg Thee Stallion, like, you know. So that's that on that. I have 2 more topics to talk about before I go. Okay, let's get into Burna Boy. Burna Boy is under fire right now. Burna Boy under fire. I'm sorry, I'm too silly. That was funny to me. Burna Boy under fire. Okay. But Burna Boy had a concert and there was a lady in the front row who fell asleep. Burna Boy stopped the concert and was like, she gotta go. She gotta get out, was rushing her. He like really was not continuing, like, get out. The lady said, you know, she's had a lot on her mind mentally. She's been going through some things and she feels like she paid her money. She should be able to sleep there if she wants to. Now, I understand both sides of it. If I already paid my coin, then yeah, why do it matter if I'm asleep? But as an artist myself, as a performer myself, I do understand how that could be taken as disrespectful. Like, you're saying my show was so boring that you falling asleep. You know, I'm up here putting my sweat in tears and my body on the line, performing my heart out, and you got the nerve to be sleeping in front of me. That would be distracting. Now, she did say Burna Boy took a long time to come out, and I did read some of the comments of people saying that he is known to take a long time to come out. I'm not very familiar with Burna Boy. I've never been to one of his concerts or anything like that, but other people in the comments were saying he did take a long time to come out. But I want to know y'all opinion. Do y'all think that the lady, since she paid her money, she should have been able to just sleep there, or do you feel like he wasn't wrong for putting her out? I'm kind of torn in between the two. Because, like I said, as a performer, I would take it as very offensive and distracting. But as a consumer, as the paying customer or the paying concert goer, I would feel like I done already paid my coin, so I should be able to sleep in here, stomp in here, do whatever I want to do. I don't know how I feel about that situation, y'all. I want to know y'all opinions, though. Comment down below. Now, let's get into Summer Walker. My good sis, Summer Walker. Summer Walker versus Tori Brixx. If you don't know who Tori Brixx is, that's Rich the Kid's girlfriend, fiance, whatever. I've covered things about them in the past where she put her hands on girls over Rich the Kid. Rich the Kid is a serial cheater. He been a serial cheater. I think he's gonna stay a serial cheater. I don't know if it was Rich who released the audio or Tori, but they released audio of Summer Walker drunk, basically like telling Rich, I don't care if you with her, I want to be on the side. You can save my number as Pizza Hut. You can save my number as Pizza Hut. You can save my number as Pizza Hut. I had to keep rewinding that part back. Like, Summer, are you for real? Stand up. Stand up. You can say my number as Pizza Hut. Then Summer Walker got on live like, oh, that audio was old and he was just a trick. I didn't even like him. He only smashed me like 2 times a year and da-da-da-da. Like, then Tori Brixx came and posted texts and DMs of Summer trying to kick it with her and like, come talk to me if you need uplifting when somebody not treating you right and da-da-da, trying to hang out with the girl and kick it with the girl. Like, I ain't gonna lie, Summer Walker, look, that's one of them girls you just beat up. No shade. That's one of them girls you just got to beat up. Cause you playing too much, sister. You coming trying to kick it with me and be my friend, and then whole time you sleeping with my man. Then you telling him you don't care if he still be with me, save your number under Pizza Hut. Girl, be for real. I'm sorry. Summer Walker, beautiful girl, but she needs 2 black eyes. No shade. Like, she deserves 2 black eyes. Like, that's too disrespectful. And I'm not even one of them girls that like the females to come for the female when your man is cheating, but Summer is too disrespectful with it. It was even like a thing of Summer, I guess, Rich the Kid left the son's backpack around Summer Walker. Summer Walker took a picture of the backpack and was like, I'm finna send it to Tori. Like, what? Like, girl, what? Now, Summer has said and done a lot of birdish, corny things to me over the years, but I'm like, I still like her. That's my. This right here is where I draw the line. This is too corned out. This is too corn on the cob. This is too goofy. Like, Summer Walker is too pretty to be a goofy, but I noticed that a lot of the real bad pretty girls are goofies and corny like this. And we've saw Tori Brixx then beat girls up in the past over this man. If she beats Summer up, if Tori beats Summer up, hey, Nuck if you buck, boy. Nuck if you buck. Hello? So that is all the tea we are going to get into today. Make sure you comment down below. Give me your opinions on some of this tea, you guys. And hope you guys enjoyed this video. And as usual, thank you for watching.